Ryan Baumgartner. I played Kevin in The Office, and you're listening to Nerd Radio.
Welcome back to more Nerd Radio on Rift 2, Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. And, of course, as a podcast, more importantly, you can get us online at Nerd Radio 101. It's also social media where you can find us as well. My name's Chuck Bean, joined by James and Al Beck for another week of Nerd Talk. We were just discussing the final episode of WandaVision and some Simpsons news. Now we're going to get into some video game stuff. Some of this stuff I know that you guys have seen because Al sent it to me in the prep service, but some of it... Some of it is probably new to you. First of all, I want to dig right into this, James. So yesterday you had a surprise stream on your Twitch.
Yes.
Who the F is JC, if you want to follow him there, of Valheim.
Yeah, it's like my new obsession. I don't get too involved in a lot of games. I'm a battle royale guy.
Right.
Quick 20-minute game. I either win or I lose. Start a new one. Like I'm not that vested into building and like leveling up through all this stuff. But
sure.
Hearing so many good things about Valheim and Robbie Landis from Checkpoint XP, one of the hosts that hosts the national show
Al!
with me over there. Robbie Landis, so he was playing it.
Oh, no!
Yeah, so Mr. Platinum, Robbie Landis was playing
Commit to the
game.
bit!
And he was having a good time. I was watching some of the stuff he was doing, playing, and some of the people in my Twitch community have been playing the game. And I was like, it looks kind of cool because it's like Minecraft. So to me,
that's the way it was described to me, is Viking Minecraft.
Yeah, but I think it's more like Minecraft. Viking Minecraft had sexual intercourse with Rust. And the baby that came out was Valheim.
That was one of the questions I had for you because I haven't played it yet. I've got some friends that have played it, and I've seen it. First of all, where are you playing it?
On a PC. This is my first experience with mouse and keyboard, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I cannot get into mouse and keyboard.
Anybody who says mouse and keyboard is better than a controller, please go put somebody's body part that's an inappropriate body part to put in your mouth and put in your mouth. Because I hate mouse and keyboard.
I love the dance around you just did.
Yeah.
I had to adjust.
I feel like that deserves one of these as well.
Yes. Unless you're the guy with the body part that's getting put in the mouth, then it's, oh, yes.
I had a hard time growing up adjusting to the mouse part of mouse and keyboard because playing like the original Doom and even Quake, before it went full 3D, it was all keyboard. And I was like, okay, this does control better than in some games. In first-person shooters, it controls better. If you're trying to play like a fighting game, then keyboard is garbage. That's what controllers are made for. But then when they added the mouse and you had to use that to look around or something, that took some adjustment.
I bet, because I'm still adjusting to try and figure it out. So I've been playing, and it's like I feel so calm and at peace when I'm playing it. Like, I open up the game, and like it's cool because there's no rules. I can do what I want.
It's an open world. You got to find resources in order to make things that you're going to need in order to survive, whether it's food or shelter. Or weapons to defend yourself against anything that comes after you.
Yeah, so it's either do I want to go chop down some trees and get some wood so I can build my castle or build my house, whatever, or do I want to go hunt some deer, hunt some hogs?
Yeah. To
upgrade some of my weapons and make some armor. What can I do and discover?
God, it sounds exactly like Minecraft.
Like it gives me this feeling that I haven't had since I was a child exploring my grandma's property.
Yeah.
Like I get that same feeling of adventure and excitement and mystery, and like that's why I enjoy it. So I'll go out.
I want to see what's over that mountain.
Exactly.
I want to see what's across that river.
And then sometimes you see what's over there and you're like, no, and then you got to run away.
Oops, that was that.
Or it kills you, and you're like, well, son of a bitch. Now I got to start over. I should have left all my valuables in a chest at my house instead of venturing out with
while you're exploring, because
all
now
that
it's all
flint that I just spent hours collecting along the shores of the water.
Can you go back to where you died and pick it up?
Yes, you can. But if I died, I probably died because there was something big and powerful there that was strong enough to kill me, much like what happened to me yesterday.
I saw the clip.
I finally grew some balls. So I've talked to Chuck the Freak about this game, and he is more obsessed with the game than I am.
Yeah, this sounds like a game that would absolutely be up his alley.
Because he loves the building aspect. So like Chuck the Freak and I had talked back and forth back when Fallout 4 came out.
Yeah.
And you could start building like your homesteads.
Right.
And he's like, I don't even do any of the quests. I just like to build. I love to build and attract, citizens to my homestead, and I keep building and all that stuff. So after I started playing Valheim.
Sounds a lot like the Chuck Bean Memorial Freeway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just like it. So I told him about it, and he's like obsessed. So like I walk into the studio one morning and I'm like, killed my first deer with a bow and arrow. And Chuck's like, oh yeah, well, I've killed the first boss. I've killed the troll. I've killed this. I've killed that. I've built this. I've discovered this. I've done this. I've built this. I have a castle. I own this. I've crafted. I'm like, well, son of a bitch. I need to step up my game.
I feel like I've just witnessed the circle of life. Like the reason that you troll Al is because Chuck trolls you.
Almost,
it's
kind
the
of, yeah.
System of bullying.
Yeah.
And somebody bullies him up the ladder, and I just don't know who it is yet.
It's a dysfunctional family at Dave and Chuck the Freak.
For sure.
Chuck the Freak burns me. I got to go burn Al.
Yeah.
Right.
I get burned by Chuck the Freak. I got to come on NerdRadio and burn Al.
Right.
I got to talk to Al about Final Fantasy VII being for free.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
But anyway, so I'm like, I got to grow some balls, and I need to progress my game because I was at the point now where I'm like, all I can do is keep hunting deer and hogs and upgrading my armor and upgrading some of my weapons. So let's go fight this boss so I can unlock the pickaxe and I can start mining for minerals.
Yeah.
So I've been watching all these YouTube videos. Everybody takes out this first boss, no problem. So easy. You just take your crude bow and arrow and you shoot them. And I'm like,
I can do that.
I can do this. And you know what? I've had a lot of people from my community that were saying, hey, I want to see you stream Valheim. You know, like in Valheim, I love watching people play Valheim.
Right.
Play it on stream. So like, you know what? I'm going to do a surprise stream. I'm going to fight this first boss. I'm going to take this first boss out in Valheim.
In your first Valheim stream.
Yep, my first Valheim stream is going to be great. I'm going to make some arrows and eat and get ready. And then we're going to go F this mother effer up.
Yeah.
Well, it was quite the opposite. Quite the opposite.
The clip, if you haven't seen it, definitely go over to twitch.tv/whothefsjc. The clip is hilarious because I'm taking it that you'd already gotten your ass kicked once.
Yes.
When
so I died. Like this boss was like no joke. He moved faster than anything I've seen on any YouTube videos. I couldn't get any ground to where I could get a distance between us.
They forgot to tell you they patched him. So
they did something.
Harder.
I swear to God, they did something. Or the people that were playing, they just moved faster because they've progressed farther into the game.
Yeah.
So they're recording their YouTube video with added perks and things. You know that I'm like, oh. So like he's much faster than what he looked like he was, and I got smoked. So I was like, oh, bummer. So when you die, you can go back and pick up your stuff. And I was so confident I was going to be able to beat this boss. I had all my valuables, everything, deer skins, leather scraps, all the stuff that I need to progress in the game. Flint, stones, wood, everything was on me. All my food, everything was on me. Well, the boss killed me, so all that stuff was left there.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, whatever, big deal. And I'll respawn. It's okay. I got some backup clothes. I'm throwing my backup clothes. I got a backup axe and a backup hammer. Pick up my backup stuff. I'm going to go just retrieve my goods. No big deal. Well, guess what? Just because you die, the boss doesn't go away.
No?
He's still there. He's currently still there. We're just waiting.
He's waiting
There's
for you
a
to come back
giant
for your
elk or a
stuff.
giant stag waiting for me, and now I have nothing. So I went back. So the clip that you see is me going back, realizing,
seeing the bar pop up and going, nope.
And I'm like, wait a second, he's still here. No. So now
and now your second best stuff is
And so they killed that. So all my backup stuff's gone. So now I'm like,
now you got to start over.
I'm a newborn baby.
Stuff. Yep.
I'm a newborn baby. But now a portion of my map
in his Viking underwear.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
Jeez.
So newborn baby Viking James now has a big portion of the map I can't even explore because it's going to trigger the boss to attack me.
Yep.
I can't fight the guy with maxed out armor and weapons. There's no way. What, I'm going to hit him with the hammer? I'm going to hit him with the hammer that I used to like repair my wooden shack?
Right.
Like, so I'm doomed. So now I have to find a whole other part of the map that I can hunt and get hogs.
So there's not a multiplayer element.
There is. You can play it with up to 10 people. I wanted to play this like legitimately by myself until I get to the point, probably like the third level boss. Seems like I'm going to need to recruit people to.
Because I was going to say, it feels like you could have somebody, one of your friends who has been playing, like Chuck the Freak, come in and.
Well, he's already volunteered because
defend you against that boss so you can pick up your stuff.
Yeah, he's like, if you want, we can join forces. And Killer Maniac, one of the dudes in my community, has also been like, hey, I can come in and help distract the boss if you want to go. And I'm like, dudes, I appreciate it. I want to do this legitimately.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize I was such a trash gamer. So I feel like such a trash gamer right now. And I don't want to have somebody hold my hand through every video game I play.
Oh, for sure.
So I want to try to do this on my own. It just sucks because I know if I get everything built back up and I go in and I fight the boss again and he beats me again, I'll be done with Valheim.
Yeah.
Because now that is probably 12 hours of wasted time that I put into trying to get these weapons crafted and created and played. But with all that off the table, it's the best $20 I've spent on a video game in the longest time.
That's cool.
So I'm really enjoying it. I highly recommend it. It's a survival game, so it has all those elements like eating and sleeping and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't hold you like at knife point. So if you don't eat, you're not like constantly dying. Not like in Fallout, you know.
Right.
You don't have to go to the bathroom and that type of stuff. And
did you play The Legend of Zelda on the Switch?
I did not, no.
Because it feels a lot like that. Like
Breath of Fire or whatever?
Yeah, Breath of Fire. You can get a whole bunch of stuff and then create recipes at cooking pots to make food to eat, but you don't have to eat. But that's how you get your hearts back, but that's also how you can get bonuses to stuff.
Okay, so it's probably similar to that.
All the weapons are breakable, so you can only use them for so long and then they break.
You still have the weapons that you have to maintain and repair after you use them. So it has all those elements in there, but it's not so strict where you're like, this isn't fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into a game and have to do real life.
Right.
You know, like I know there's a game that's like Work Simulator. I don't want to play Work Simulator. I want to play Viking Minecraft. You know,
I love Work
that's
Simulator.
what I want to do.
Do
you really? Oh my god.
Work Simulator is my jam.
Oh my god.
I mean, is there actually a game called Work Simulator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No.
Or you're like in an office, you have like staple papers and like file stuff.
Like we discussed last week. Like I deliver stuff for about 4 hours a day, and then I come home and play Death Stranding so I can deliver stuff. So
I do like, I mean, I got to tell you, James, how silly it was to have all your valuables to go fight this boss.
Thanks, Al.
It's serious. Well, hey, you get a little revenge for trolling me, but
if you saw the YouTube videos I saw and the ease that they brought that boss down, you would have had your valuables too.
Yep. You'd have been like, this is I'm in no danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it would be like going to Highland Park to pick up your pizza, but like first, let me empty my bank account and put it in these transparent pants.
Well, no, because that just makes me a target. So somebody would see that in my pants in Valheim. I'm not.
Can you?
It's a different scenario.
Send me a link for those transparent pants.
I don't think he wants to do that. Wear those pants to pick up a pizza, though.
Yeah.
Well, no.
That sounds like a pair of erotic pants.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
What are they made of?
The erotic meter just went through the roof when Chuck puts those pants on.
That was my biggest question about Valheim.
Yeah.
Is it horny?
Like, I think I've seen clips of a couple of hogs getting it on the internet, but I haven't seen. I mean, I think you can choose male or female, but like it's like the graphics aren't really there to where you're like, damn, that's a thick looking lady Viking. Not like is there a Chun-Li?
There's no multiplayer horniness going on. Nobody.
Oh, not that I've seen.
That
no,
you've seen.
It's strictly Viking business as far as I can tell. But who knows what people have gotten into?
Yeah.
And
some of the stuff that you've told me has almost sold me on this game because it kind of feels like it would scratch that Empire Earth itch I've had.
Yeah.
You know, where you build your civilization or whatever. But the problem is, like you were saying, up around the third boss, you feel like you would have to, you know,
it's going to be too difficult.
Yeah. Because, like, I get tired of games like that where you could, in theory, play the entire thing alone, but it's almost impossible. Not impossible, but almost.
Sure.
Like, I was being sold Star Trek Online. We all know how I feel about Star Trek.
Yep.
And it's like, you can play the game by yourself if you want, but eventually you have to meet up with a friend to beat this shit. Well, I don't fucking want to play with anyone else.
Yeah.
I don't like anyone else.
And I think Valheim...
Let the record show I only want to play with myself.
That's well known about Al. He only plays with himself, exclusively. He's exclusive to playing with just himself.
So it's like...
That's the best thing they've ever done with those MMOs, like World of Warcraft or the Star Wars MMO or something like that, is figure out exactly how much you need to let a player play by themselves. The first time I tried World of Warcraft, once you got out of the starting zone, once you were like level 5 and you got out of the starting zone, if you didn't have other people to play with, you were not getting any farther.
Oh, okay.
Whatsoever. And
I have no interest in that.
Over the years, they've turned it into no, you can do all your quests up to maximum level. It's just that once you get to maximum level, if you want to grind for better armor or something like that, that's where the multiplayer comes in. Or even the multiplayer stuff that you had to do. They made it so that I didn't have to wait for friends to be online. You could just randomly queue in with people.
Go with the rando.
And tell people, like, I'm a tank or I'm a healer, and they'll they'll put you together with a party and stick you in there.
That's cool.
And that's probably like I said, that's in my opinion the best thing they've ever done with MMOs. I swear your experience sounds so much like my Minecraft experience when they put it on the Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first couple of nights, I lost track of time because it's the same thing. It's like I got to build a house, and then I got to make some weapons, and then I got to beat this creeper, and then I got to do this, and then after I think like a week or two, I was like, when I stopped making things in my head for me to do, like, well, I can dig down. So, and I need stuff that's in the earth to get it. So I'm just gonna.
You find an area, and that's your little mine.
I'm gonna make a mine in here, and then eventually you find a cave, and you're like, ooh, what's in this cave? I gotta find this stuff.
There's caves and dungeons and other things in this Valheim. Like, there's so much stuff. You can fight giant sea serpents. You can build a Viking ship and fight a giant sea serpent. Like, there's crazy things. If you look at the size of the map. Not just keep plugging away on my Twitch channel, but if you go to my Twitch channel and you look at the latest broadcast, which is the surprise Valheim stream, you can see how big the map of the world is. Like, I show you, like, okay, there's like a big portion. This is a big portion of where I've been playing, right? We've been playing right here. And then you zoom out, and you're like, oh my God,
that's a dot.
All of this area that I've already uncovered is like the size of a pinhead.
Yep.
And it's like, holy F, man. Like, there's so much going into this game. Ghosts and skeletons and big giant blobs, and you can make meads that are like your health potions that give. Oh, it's just there's so much in here that I want to try to do and figure out.
Right.
But
if you can't get past the first boss,
I can't beat the first
matter.
boss, and they're just gonna make it hell for me to beat this first boss. Then peace out, Valheim. It's been fun, but I'm a realm royale man.
You guys know how much I've been playing the Marvel's Avengers game, and I do enjoy it, even if I don't think it's a great game. But the Hawkeye stuff comes out next Friday, March 18th.
Finally,
yes, and they revealed a thing. They're going to be March 18th is when the Hawkeye stuff comes out. It's also when you can play it on the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. That's when they'll make the add-on for that. They're going to do a couple of other changes to it, and one of the changes they're going to do is to the experience point system. So the creators revealed last week that typically when you play a game that has an experience point system of some sort, it's like you get 10 experience points, you go to level 1. And then to get to level 2 is probably like 20, and then to get to level 3 is like 30 or 40 or something like that. So it gets a little bit harder and a little bit harder as you get to the higher levels. Apparently that's not the way they did Avengers.
Really?
It's the exact same amount of points from level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Like, it's like 100 points to get from 1 to 2, but then it's still 100 points to get from 2 to 3, and 100 points again to get from 3 to 4, and that's all the way up to level 50.
That's weird.
Which makes it easier to level than it should be, and they're fixing that.
Oh, man.
With the next patch.
So, oh boy. So if you had a hard time getting those points just to get to level, oh boy.
Yeah. So you're going to have to grind a lot of end game content because your characters usually get up to like 20 or 30 by the end of the game, by the end of the single player game, and then you're going to have to play a lot of end game content to grind those guys. So it made me put down Death Stranding when I read that last week and start grinding all my characters in Avengers to max them before this happens, because they're not going to like retroactively kick everyone back that's already level 50.
Well, that's good. Yeah, hurry up and get it while you can.
Yeah, I've still got Widow. I got Widow to 50, and I still got to get Thor and
Iron Man?
Cap.
Oh,
I still got to get Captain America to
I still
50.
haven't unlocked Captain America. Or Thor.
I've been playing with Hall Gaming, and March 18th is Thursday. You're right, Hall Gaming. So next Thursday is when they change this over. But I've been playing with Hall Gaming, and he hasn't finished the single player either. So we've just kind of been playing the same mission over and over to get some gear and to grind levels. And I level so much faster than him because I finished the game.
Oh, really?
Because you get all those comic books. They're supposed to give you stat bonuses. So yeah, the Avengers grind, as I said, is getting a little more grindy, and that's not cool. Here's something I wanted to talk to you guys about that Al had sent me in the prep. Is that the new MLB The Show that's coming out. MLB The Show 21 has a stadium creator that allows you to make the Field of Dreams.
Really?
From the movie Field of Dreams.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think so too.
I know that they were supposed to do a Field of Dreams ball game.
Yeah.
Like the MLB, kind of like how NHL does like the Winter Classic or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, but that got squashed by COVID.
Yeah.
And I think they're still planning on doing it maybe this year, if not the next year, but just kind of a cool little thing for,
I think it would be even cooler if they put a whole bunch of the like classic baseball players in that mode.
Like you got a Ray Liotta player,
right? And then they have to when they walk out to the field, they all walk out through the long grass.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be amazing. That's what I feel like they should do with the WWE games too, when they put in like Goldberg or Jake Roberts or something like that. Like
make them come out of the
Field
room.
of Dreams.
Yeah, man. Goldberg. It's Goldberg in the Field of Dreams.
But like make it like Field of Dreams, where like make it a classic, make it the Silver Dome in WrestleMania 3. The cart and everything. Give them their own arena and make it like its own mode. Like you can play them in single player, in whatever the other modes, but make it its own mode to maybe unlock them.
Yeah, that'd be a cool
and
thing
play them
to add to the games for sure.
And James Earl Jones is always there.
He is. I was talking about Minecraft a couple minutes ago. They're making Minecraft Dungeons into an arcade game.
How are they going to do that?
Well, Minecraft Dungeons, I think, has a little bit more of a single player, a linear.
Okay. Is it more like Roblox?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're saying that they're going to have up to 4 players. You can jump in and fight back waves of Minecraft enemies, and then in the arcade game, it'll also give you, when you're done, a physical trading card that will keep your character on it, so that if you come back to the arcade, you can scan it on a Minecraft arcade machine, and
That's pretty cool.
Recreate your character. I remember the first time I ever saw something like that, I think it was Gauntlet Legends, where like you had to remember a 5-digit code.
And if you remember what your character was at? And
stuff? It would remember like the level your character was at, the weapons you'd had, and all that stuff.
That's cool.
Which was really kind of neat.
That's not something you usually see at the arcade.
No. I mean, if you go to like Dave & Buster's, they've got that. I remember seeing that horse racing game where you'd pick a horse and design it or whatever, and then they'd give you a card. And you could come back and put the card in, and that was your horse.
I just always use the airsoft gun or whatever.
Just model it after Shadow Colossus.
Fuck that horse.
I know it's still a little bit of a touchy subject.
It's a very touchy subject.
Bring me up to speed. What's the Shadow of
Colossus
horse story?
This is even before James was on the show.
Someone to horse talk today.
All right. Well, I got the Eco Shadow of the Colossus collection on the PlayStation 3 a couple of years ago, and I never played either of them, but they're supposed to be one of the highest games as art kind of games. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to play the Shadow Colossus. And conceptually, Shadow Colossus is really fun because you've got these giant enemies, and you got to climb up them and then stab a sword in like the back of their head or something like that. There's like a snake enemy and a bird enemy and whatever. And that's all well and good, except for the fact that the controls on the horse, which is how you catch up to these damn things, are so bad.
Oh, no.
That horse, like I would be steering him towards the Colossus and trying to get there, and then he would immediately veer off to the left for no reason. I'm like, what are you doing? Like the horse would get scared of the giant thing I need to ride up to and jump on. I'm like, how am I supposed to do this when the horse...
You got a scaredy cat for a horse.
Yeah. So when you get to the very final Colossus, he chases you across this bridge, this stone bridge, and the bridge falls down, and your character has to jump off the horse and grab the thing in the bridge. And it was supposed to be this very like, oh no,
sad
my
moment.
only companion for this whole thing, like Atreyu in the Psalms of Sadness.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. And the minute that horse went down, I was like, ha! Serves you right!
Celebration.
Piece of crap!
That's funny.
Stupid horse.
So it's just one of those things I like to remind him of every so often.
Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Son of a bitch. I can't remember what that one artist that you hate. Kubert.
Andy Kubert. Andy Kubert. All right.
Wonderful artist.
Let's take a short break. We still got some more gaming news to get to. There is a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Characters jump off the page.
On the way.
Andy Kubert.
And we'll tell you all about it. Plus, this weekend, the big kaboom. AEW Revolution. There was supposed to be a big kaboom, but there wasn't.
That's the big kaboom you're talking about.
There was no big kaboom, and we'll talk about that next.